Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our video demo of our 1968 Beech 36 Bonanza. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the right side of the panel. The avionics have been completely upgraded, over $54,000 spent on this package. And it's a really nice setup. We start out with a PS Engineering PMA 7000B audio panel. This is stereo, 6-place intercom system. Has your marker beacons built in. And also has music input, so you can run an iPod or your iPhone into it. That'll play throughout the intercom channels to give you music, whatever you like. It can also be isolated off the pilot if you don't want to listen to it, and the passengers do. It's a real nice setup, really nice working audio panel. Also has auto squelch, automatic squelch circuitry. Then to top it off here, we have the MX20 multifunction display. This is currently set in the VFR map, and we can change that to an IFR map. There's all the airways and fixes and whatnot. You can zoom in, zoom out, and then we'll go back to the VFR map. And it'll take you out and show you pretty much the whole country in one shot. And we'll go back in here on the area that we're at. We're here in Denton today, outside the hangar. And we'll go right on down to the runway. And that's putting us in position. That's where we are in relation to the runway. Now this also has the traffic system, which runs from the TIS, the traffic information system generated off the GTX 330 transponder. It'll display on the MX20. It'll also display here on the 430. If you get into a conflict, automatically comes up, tells you, alerts you to that conflict. Also, on this MX20, we have the weather system, which is driven by a GDL69. This gives you all of your METARs, NEXRAD information that is on the Aviator package. You can also do the Aviator Lite if you don't want as much information. It's a real nice system. Not seeing anything out here just yet today. It gives you a full view of all of the weather in the range that you're looking into. So it's real nice to, oh, here we go. You can see all this NEXRAD activity up here, as well as lightning strike. This is generated and sent through the GDL69. Very handy, very accurate, very quick. And we also have a WX500 storm scope in this aircraft. That's the remote storm scope, has its own display, also right here on the 20, as well as the 430. A real full-featured system. Now, of course, your 430 again is a WAAS 430. You have the precision approaches that you can fly, and its map is there. Also capable of being zoomed in and out. Real nice setup. Then for the number 2 NavCom, we have a Garmin SL30 flip-flop for the COM and the nav, with its own indicator with the glide slope, so dual glide slopes with that. Then again, the GTX 330 transponder with TIS, traffic information system, that this will work in any area of S-band radar coverage, which is most of your major airports around the country. It'll work up to around 60 miles from the center of that site, and is a really nice system. also is a digital transponder, obviously. You have different functions on it, flight timers, and it'll show your altitude. It's a nice little backup. Outside air temperature and density altitude is also calculated for you automatically. Now, on the right here, we have the fuel gauges for the Burl DeShannon tanks. So independent gauges from the ship's gauges over on the left side. That they're controlled electrically. They're empty right now. You turn them on though, and you watch them. They transfer the fuel totally into each respective main. You turn them off, and you've added 15 gallons aside. Another thing I'd like to show is the operation of the Ray J turbo system. For those of you who may not be familiar with it, it's a pretty simple system. Let's say that we've taken off here, applied full power, we're at cruise, say 25 inches of manifold pressure, and we'd like to climb, so we need more power. Well, you simply open up the wastegate with the turbo controller here, and you'll notice the manifold pressure, I should say, start to rise. And you can use it just to maintain 25 inches up to your cruise or altitude that you're looking for, or if you want more power, for instance, in a takeoff situation there, you can bring the throttle fully in and bring in the turbo to as high as the red line, which is 32.5 inches. Once you get up into a cruise situation, you can back it back off down to 25, for instance, if you're trying to climb at 25 inches, and it'll help you maintain that. The service ceiling on the system is 21,000 feet, so it works really well for those in high hot operations, or for anybody wanting to cruise above the bumps perhaps. So even though you're maybe in a flatlander base, but you'd still like to kind of get up above the bumps, it does have a oxygen system. There's no problem doing that, and this turbo will allow you to do that. But the rest of the time, when you're down low flying around where you don't need it, it's off. So it's not hurting the system, not hurting the engine, not adding any more fuel consumption or temperature to the engine. So it's a real nice, very simple system that gives you a little bit more reliable operation than your standard turbocharger would. Well, that's just about it. And thought I'd just give you a little bit of a recap here. We got 4,505 hours total time, 1,111 hours since a major overhaul by High Performance, 516 hours since a top overhaul with Millennium cylinders, and 305 on the 3-blade prop. The logbooks are down below me here on the page. You can go through those, and page by page, I've got every page of the logs online, so you're welcome to take a look at those, as well as all the specs. If you need any more information, feel free to give me a call, 972-392-1234. Have a good day.